the CTO back again with another favorite feature of Graving. So this is obviously not always what your dashboard is going to look like, but if it ever does, you definitely don't want it to look like it. There's a lot of vessels on the screen, and even though you can quickly get an idea that there's about 389 vessels on that screen, it's very hard to figure out which ones you should be looking at, and it can just be information overload. Even though we connect to all of the different sources across your organization, what we do is we collect all of that data, but we also then give you the tools to cut that data down so you know what you should be looking at. So here we've already color coded the vessels based on what port they're going to. So different colors represent different vessels going to different ports. And I'll show you how to do that on a different video. But here what we're going to be looking at is filters, and more specifically additive filters. So how do we cut this down? Let's say initially I want to look at all of my vessels that are bulk carriers. So very quickly we can see the different filters that can be applied. There's about 2 vessels which have bulk in the name of their owners, 2 vessels with bulk in their actual name. So what we're actually looking for is this one. We've got about 100 vessels that are either bulkers or bulk carriers. So I can quickly add that filter, and now fewer vessels in front of me. Now the next thing I can do is find out vessels that are owned by Singaporean ship owners. So there's about 21 vessels that have owners that have Singapore in the name, 26 Singapore in the name, 23 vessels with crew that are actually going to Singapore. So I can add any number of these filters. And let me just say, I want to see vessels that are managed by Singapore-owned companies. Now it's a lot smaller. And here, it's now way more manageable. And the 2 additional things you can do is, if this is a particular subset of your vessels that you'd like to keep track of, I can simply click notify me when search results change. And that's immediately going to set an email alert that anytime a new vessel falls within that criteria or leaves it, you're going to get an alert. So say, for example, you wanted to know if a Singapore traveling crew member was added to a vessel and you wanted to get an alert. That's something you can set that up. And for another one, if you wanted to know when a vessel was calling on Singapore or going into Singapore or coming out or somewhere else for that matter, with a specific set of particulars, that's an alert that you can set up and immediately be notified when that changes.